Welcome to Manan. I'm Roland Wan. As the official representative of the Republic Embassy on this planet, I'm here to help all citizens of the Republic should they require aid.
Why are you soldiers just blah? I'm on a mission from the Jedi Council. Perhaps you can help me with it?
Oh, of course. Of course I'll do whatever I can. But I'm only a simple diplomatic representative of the Republic. I doubt I can be of any use to the Jedi Council.
I seek a star map, the remnant of an ancient and forgotten race.
An ancient and forgotten race. And you think it may be here on Manan?
Yeah. I have reason to believe that it would be here. Do you know something about it?
Well, perhaps. But if you want to get information about that, you'll have to do something for me first.
Of course. This is what it's like on every single planet I've gone to. You're not the first one to tell me this, Roland. What is it that you want me to do? I might as well just ask.
We were using a submersible reconnaissance droid in the ocean surrounding Otto City, and it was damaged. It took a data recording of the outside of the city before being driven off by the Phyraxan sharks. But while it was returning to the surface, it encountered difficulties and was disabled. Its automatic systems floated it to the surface, but we could not retrieve it in time. The Sith were applying subtle pressure to the Selkath authorities for some reason we've not determined, and were able to delay us long enough that they could retrieve the droid before we did. The droid's data centers are heavily encrypted, so it will take the Sith several days, we believe, to get to its data. It was captured 12 hours ago. It is imperative that we get it back.
So where's this droid?
It's heavily guarded, we're sure, in the Sith embassy here on Manan. Since we have no remaining soldiers to spare, and certainly not our elite ones, we have no one capable of entering the Sith base and retrieving it. That is what we would ask you to do.
So, how do I get into the Sith base?
There are several leads we've been working on to get into the Sith base. Any of them should work for you, although it might be wise to concentrate your efforts on just one. The first method that's possible is to help us interrogate a Sith prisoner we managed to catch after he tried to infiltrate our base. He's being held just inside our enclave. We think he may be able to give us the passcode that the Sith give their informers to enter the base. He has proved most resilient so far.
Is there another way?
We managed to pick up a crate of blank Sith data cards, the type they use for passcards. The encryption system to unlock them is very difficult, however. But if you are more skilled than our technicians, you may be able to gain access that way.
And is there another way?
The Sith have got the Selkath to give them exclusive use of one of the main hangar bays. Visiting Sith masters use this bay to land, then take a speeder over the water to an external entrance to the Sith enclave. The luckless spy we mentioned earlier had a passcard to that hangar on him. While it is surely well guarded, it may prove to be the most direct route. Here's the card. The Sith base itself is very heavily guarded. If they became aware of your presence, I fear you would be quickly outnumbered and killed. Here's a passcard to get you inside our facility. You should find all you need to get started in there. You can choose whichever of the methods you want, as long as you get in the base and get the data recording back. Which method do you think you would like to try first?
Well, for the purposes of this LP, I think I'm gonna show all three of the methods just for fun. But since this isn't the save file I'm actually using, on this save file, I'll just do the two things that are in the Republic Embassy, which is right where I am, and then I'll cut away to me at the landing bay. But for right now, I think I will interrogate the prisoner.
Good call. Just make sure you don't push him too hard or we might lose him. I wish you luck in your task. Should you retrieve the data recording from the droid, return it here to me, and we can see about getting you that information.
Alright, so now we have access to the Republic Embassy, and over here is that Sith prisoner. I actually think this is the hardest one to do, if only because I'm never really good, as you could probably see in the Sun retrial, at really remembering what sequence of events I need to do. So, without further ado, let's talk to this intelligence officer.
So, you're the one Roland has got to help us interrogate this prisoner. I hope your Jedi powers will come in useful. This one has been most resistant. He's a Sith spy we picked up a little while ago, snooping around outside trying to get in. We thought he was suspicious and brought him inside when the Selkath weren't looking. But it seems the Sith have done a pretty good job of conditioning this guy, and we haven't been able to break him yet.
What did they do to him?
The Sith protect their really important spies with some sort of mental force feedback system. They can turn their minds in on themselves, so force compulsions won't affect them. Combine this with conventional training to resist interrogation, and sometimes it takes months to get them to tell what they know. Do you want to interrogate him now?
Yes.
Well, the training the Sith gave him will protect him from most normal interrogation techniques, and also from force persuasion. We have found a few hooks you might find useful. He was with another man when he was first spotted. We think it was another spy, but we didn't manage to catch him. We also seized some personal documents he had on him when he was captured. It would seem that he's married to a woman named Tila. We checked this in our computers, and it seems to hold up. We've sent a couple of agents to investigate, but it may be a while.
What do I have to work with?
What we have here is your standard issue truth serum. It should make him spill his guts in no time. But there is a catch.
Of course, there's always a catch. What is it this time?
Because of his conditioning, he's able to resist it at small doses. But if you give him too much, his body realizes what you're trying to do and shuts his mind down completely. If you do that, you'll have to inject him with an antidote that neutralizes the truth serum. Unfortunately, that too has a drawback.
I detect a pattern here.
It causes short-term memory loss. This may work to your advantage because you can try the same tactic over and over again. But if you use it too much, you may forget everything we want to know. Shall we get it started then?
What a damn plot device. Only in a video game. You can try the same tactic over and over and over and over and over again. Anyway, yes, I would like to get started.
Hey you, wake up. Someone wants to talk to you.
What do you want?
We know about your companion.
What companion?
Perhaps we would give you back to the Sith, but keep him.
Of course, they would never believe we let you go so easily, but they would all too happily believe you betrayed them.
You can't do this to me. They would kill me in ways too horrible for you to imagine.
We don't really need you. Your companion will tell us what we need to know anyway.
The gutless Sith worm is already starting to crack. We'll have what we need within hours.
He wouldn't talk. Or has he already? No.
If you don't tell us... Oh, will this work? I've had 2 successes, but he's not breaking.
What do you want?
Maybe we should do something about Tela.
Tila?
Tila.
How did you find out about her?
Yes, Tila. I know about Tila. Talk, or something may happen to her.
All right. I'll tell you what you want to know.
Oh, that was easy.
What's the passcode to the Sith base?
It's Zeta 245698 Alpha. Just no more.
Good. With this pass, you should be able to get into the Sith base without trouble. Just don't delay too long, or they might learn that he's been captured.
So that's one way to do it. Another way to do it is to go into this computer room that we went into to find the...
So you're the one who's gonna try to get into the Sith base, eh? Huh. Good luck. You're gonna need it. This is our main computer room here. We got the box of passcards we got from the Sith, but we haven't been able to break their encryption yet. We have been able to decode the numeric system they use, but there are holes in our terminal sequence patterns.
What kind of holes?
The encryption system is composed of 6 matrices. Each is based on a mathematical method. The holes we're missing are the final number in each of the strings. Most are simple, but the final 2 matrices seem to be much more difficult. Well, the second last matrix has a pattern looping back on itself, or something. And the last is divided into smaller subparts. Maybe the pattern for that is within each part. But I have to admit, all this is a bit over my head. I haven't even been able to slice past the first matrix, and I've been at this for hours.
You really suck as a technician.
But the good thing is, we have a whole box of them, so you don't have to worry about running out anytime soon.
Yet another plot device.
Cleared, you can use the computer freely. I'll be here if you have any questions.
Anyway, now you'll see how horrible of a technician this dumbass is. Let's decrypt this Sith passcard. Additive matrix. See, 1 plus 1 is 2, plus 2 is 4, plus 3 is 7. It's 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. So, 11 plus 5, that means it would be 16 plus 6 in order, so it's 22. This technician sucks. Subtractive matrix, same deal. The last one is minus -1, so now we're subtracting -2, and it's 18. Again, very simple math. If you don't understand what I'm doing here, then look it up somewhere else, because I'm only going to briefly explain these things. Again, times 2. Wait, what? Oh, it's just everything times 2. Everything is times 2, so 32 times 2 is 64. Might I remind you how horrible this technician is? Divisive matrix. Everything's divided by 2. Next is 2. Very simple. Exponential matrix. Hang on. Okay, so this one can actually be a little tricky, but the pattern is 1 to the 6th, 2 to the 5th, 3 to the 4th, 4 to the 3rd, 5 to the second, I guess, 5 squared, and then 6 to the 1 power, which is 6. Again, pretty simple. Now, this one I kind of hate. I don't know anything about logarithms, so I'm just gonna guess. Ooh, I'm right. Oh. Okay, hang on 1 second, I'll be back. Okay, it was 7. And that was a success. We now have another passcard to this space. And notice that, I mean, you can do all these things in the same save, but doing those two things doesn't actually give you experience, it just gives you a passcard. So what you honestly really want to do, you want to choose the third option. So I'm going to go back to Roland, I'm going to talk to him about this again, and I'm going to tell him that I want to do the third option. Hang on, I will be right back again.